Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about The Karate Kid, Part 3. So we did Part 1 and Part 2 already, now it's time for the third part. Daniel LaRusso's final karate movie. Or I should say, Daniel LaRusso's final karate adventure. It's like 30 years later when Cobra Kai comes around. So essentially this picks up where not Cobra Kai. God damn it, now I have Cobra Kai in my head. Wonderful way to start off the video, right? But this picks up where part 2 left off. Essentially, Daniel and Mr. Miyagi are leaving their part that got them from Okinawa to America now. And essentially, one of Daniel's uncles or relatives is sick, so his mom's taking care of him. So Daniel's staying with Mr. Miyagi. And while this is kind of going on, the asshole who decided to try to make Daniel's life a living hell in the first movie, John Kreese, we see him making a return, and after the All Valley tournament from the first movie, his life isn't, I guess, as good. He lost his students. I guess choking Johnny Lawrence wasn't the best plan, because people get are turned away from that. So he now he's in debt. If he doesn't make these payments, he'll lose the Cobra Kai dojo. So he goes to Silver, who is a lifelong friend of his, who also co-founded Cobra Kai. And he said, "Here, I'll give you the keys. My life is over." And Terry Silver says, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Go to vacation. I got you covered, bro." And so essentially, Terry Silver, he tries to befriend Daniel. He helps John Kreese in revenge to try to get help John Kreese in revenge, getting even with Miss Miyagi and Daniel. So he hires Mike Barnes, pretty much pressures Daniel to join the All Valley tournament. And at first, Mr. Miyagi was hesitant about training Daniel, because he won the first tournament. The second tournament would be ego. So at first, Mr. Miyagi says no, I'm not going to train you. So Daniel turns to Terry Silver, which that's a mistake. And so Terry Silver trains Daniel, but what he's really doing is trying to cause Daniel to be in pain. Essentially, to put it in Spider-Man terms, Daniel is Peter Parker, and Terry Silver's acting like the symbiote suit. Getting Daniel's aggression out. So what and Daniel realizes this too. And he, after he gives a guy a bloody nose, he realizes, oh shit, I need to make things right. So he goes to Jessica Andrews, which is his, I've heard that it was originally supposed to be his love interest, but Ralph Macchio didn't feel comfortable with the age difference, because I think he was 10 years older than Robin Lively. So they just remained friends. So he first make amends with Jessica. Then he tries to make amends with the guy he broke the nose to. Then he talks to Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi's so cool that I already forgive you. You're like this bonsai tree that Mike Barnes broke. Sometimes we might be lost. Sometimes we are torn in life. But will they not, if our roots are strong, in the end, we will always do like we'll always come back to who we truly are, especially if our roots are strong. That sticks with Daniel, and so he goes to Terry Silver, tries to break things off, but it turns out like Daniel finally realizes that Terry Silver has been working with not only Mike Barnes, but John Kreese, who he thinks is dead, because Mike Barnes tells tells Daniel and Mr. Miyagi early in the film that John Kreese has died. And apparently it's not going to be like... Apparently in this Miyagi first... And yes, I'm going to bring in Cobra Kai. So spoilers to Cobra Kai if you guys haven't seen it. Good show, I highly recommend. But this ain't the first time John Kreese will do fake his own death, essentially. Because he does it like 2 more times, essentially. In that Miyagi verse. So after like that revelation and Mr. Miyagi coming in and saving Daniel's ass once again, Mr. Miyagi says, you know what, Daniel's son? I'll train you. So we get this training scene, and then we get to the All Valley tournament. Now Daniel already beating Johnny Lawrence in the last All Valley tournament. With this new rule, whoever's the All Valley tournament just have to do all those preliminaries. They will automatically go to the finals. So essentially, Mike Barnes and Daniel LaRusso fights out. John Kreese and Terry Silver being cocky as hell, thinking that Mike Barnes is gonna win, feeding into Mike Barnes' ego a little bit. For a moment, like, Daniel almost gave up, but Mr. Miyagi said, focus. It's okay to lose to the opponent, but not to fear. And all the shit talking Mike Barnes did to Daniel, like, Daniel's like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna let this asshole get the best of me. And so essentially, what could have been another like crane kick turns to like essentially Daniel tripping Mike Barnes and landing a side body shot, winning the match. Hence, Daniel's the 2-time champion of the All Valley. We get to see them celebrate a little bit at the All Valley tournament, and the end credits. And I actually have to say, I really do have enjoyed this film. This film is really good. I do like how like this movie shows like you may lose your way, but if you have strong roots of who you are, strong roots in like what's right or wrong, that you can come back from it essentially. I don't know, of course, as long as you put in the work to improve and learn. I learned the lesson that situation has had for you. Then all you can do from there is grow and be better. And I do like that aspect. I do like how each Karate Kid film, even the next Karate Kid that I know a lot of people are in about, even has a lesson, I feel like. And I really enjoy all 4 Karate Kid films. Phil, what about the J.D. Smith one? We don't talk about that here, okay? Okay. That one is just a fan fiction. Nah. But like I said, the Karate Kid Part 3 was a good movie. If you guys haven't seen the Karate Kid Part 1, 2, 3, and the next Karate Kid, I highly recommend doing so. I really enjoy them. I know like the next Karate Kid is the weakest movie, but I even enjoy the 4th one. Like I said, each one is a good movie in its own right, I believe, and each one you'll get something, at least a lesson out of it, if added on to like the enjoyment factor. So that said, what do you beautiful people have to say? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.